Your raise made you poorer. I know how that sounds. So let me show you a real budget. 2 years ago, this person made $52,000 a year. Rent, $1,100. Car payment, $280. Eating out, maybe $200 a month. And at the end of every month, about $400 left over. Today, that same person makes $78,000, a $26,000 raise. Look at the spreadsheet now. Rent, $1,900. Car payment, $560. Eating out, $600. DoorDash line item, alone, $240. And at the end of the month, negative $112. He makes $26,000 more and finishes every month further behind. He's not an idiot. He's not reckless. His brain did this to him, and it's doing it to you right now. Stick around, because I'm going to show you the exact mechanism, why it's invisible while it's happening, and the one number that makes you immune. Most people track the wrong number their entire lives. The right one is at the end of this video. Don't leave without it. The mechanism has a name: hedonic adaptation. Here's how it works. Your brain doesn't measure happiness in absolute terms. It measures change. Deviation from baseline. When something good happens, dopamine spikes. You feel it. The new apartment, the nicer car, the first dinner at the expensive place. But here's the trick. The spike isn't the reward. The spike is a prediction error. Your brain saying, this is better than expected. And the moment something becomes expected, the spike disappears. The brain resets the baseline. The nice apartment stops being a nice apartment. It's just your apartment. The upgrade becomes the floor. Scientists have tracked this in lottery winners. People who won life-changing money reported happiness spikes, obviously. But within roughly a year, most of them drifted back to almost exactly the happiness level they had before the win. Millions of dollars. Same mood. The baseline always catches up. Always. And it works in both directions, by the way. Researchers found the same pattern, in reverse, in people after devastating losses. A terrible drop. Then, slowly, a drift back toward their old baseline. Your brain is a thermostat. It doesn't care what happened to you. It just returns to room temperature. Now apply that to your paycheck. You get a raise. Dopamine spike. For about 2 weeks, you feel rich. And in that window, feeling rich, you make permanent decisions. You sign a lease. You finance a car. You upgrade subscriptions. Each one feels reasonable because your brain is comparing it to the new baseline, not the old one. Then the spike fades. The feeling of rich evaporates. But the lease doesn't. The car payment doesn't. You locked in permanent costs during a temporary emotion. That's lifestyle inflation. Renting your dopamine spike and paying for it for years. And this trap is old. Older than credit cards. Older than advertising. In the 1760s, a French philosopher named Denis Diderot was given a gift. A beautiful scarlet dressing gown. Gorgeous thing. He loved it. And then something strange happened. Sitting in his elegant new robe, he looked around his study. And his desk suddenly looked shabby. So he replaced the desk. Then the new desk made his rug look worn. So he replaced the rug. Then the prints on the wall. Then the chairs. One by one, the gown made everything he owned look poor. He replaced it all. And he wrote, bitterly, that he had been the absolute master of his old dressing gown, but had become a slave to his new one. He went into debt over a bathrobe. Economists now call this the Diderot Effect. One upgrade quietly demands the next. The new car makes your apartment feel small. The new apartment makes your furniture feel cheap. Nothing you own exists alone. Every purchase is a vote for a lifestyle. And lifestyles bill you monthly. So why can't you see it happening? Because your brain doesn't judge your wealth by your net worth. It judges by comparison. 2 comparisons, specifically. What you had yesterday, and what the people around you have today. When your income rises, your environment usually rises with it. New job tier, new coworkers, new neighborhoods, new feeds. And the feed is the dangerous one. Because the algorithm watches what you buy. It notices the upgrade. And it immediately shows you the next tier up. Buy the sneakers, see the designer versions. Book the trip, see the business class seats. You are never shown people who have less than you. That would end the scroll. So your reference point climbs at exactly the speed of your income. You never feel richer, because rich is always one tier above wherever you're standing. It's a treadmill. You run faster. The belt speeds up. The scenery never changes. There's an old finding in social science that people don't want to be rich. They want to earn slightly more than the people around them. Given the choice between making $50,000 while everyone around them makes $25,000, or making $100,000 while everyone around them makes $200,000, most people take the 50. Half the money. Higher rank. That's the actual target your brain is chasing. Not freedom, not security, rank. And rank is a game with no finish line. Quick check. See how many of these sound familiar? You make more than you did 3 years ago, but you're not less stressed about money. You can't name where the last raise went. Your fixed costs, the bills that arrive, whether you do anything or not, eat more than half your income. And things that used to feel like a treat now feel like a baseline you'd be upset to lose. If you nodded at 2 or more of those, you're on the treadmill. Don't feel bad. The treadmill was built by professionals. But now let's put a number on what it's costing you. Take that $26,000 raise. Say he had kept his old lifestyle and invested the difference, roughly $1,500 a month after taxes. Invested over 20 years at average market returns, that's around $800,000. That's what the upgrade actually cost, not $1,900 a month in rent. $800,000 in future freedom, traded for a baseline reset he stopped feeling after 3 weeks. That's the deal your brain signed for you. Now the fix. And no, it's not budget harder. Budgets fight the symptom. You need to fight the mechanism. 3 moves. Move 1. The 50% rule. Every raise, every bonus, every windfall, 50% goes to investments automatically before you touch it. Here's how you set it up. The same week your raise lands, before the first new paycheck arrives, you change your automatic transfer. Half the increase goes straight to your investment account on payday. Not the end of the month. Payday. Money you never hold is money your baseline never claims. And this isn't about denial. Half is yours. Spend it shamelessly. Your lifestyle still improves. But you cap the baseline reset at half speed while your wealth compounds at full speed. You're not denying the dopamine. You're taxing it. Move 2. Delay every permanent decision by 90 days. Remember, the spike window is about 2 weeks. That's when the lease gets signed and the car gets financed. So make a rule. No new fixed costs for 90 days after any income change. Nothing that bills you monthly. Nothing with a contract. Let the baseline reset first, then decide. You'll be shocked how many upgrades stop feeling necessary once the spike is gone. The couch you needed in week 1 is invisible by week 12. You're not deciding with a different brain. You're deciding after the anesthesia wears off. And here's the quiet bonus. Anything you still genuinely want after 90 days, buy it in peace. That want is real. Move 3. This is the number I promised you. Fix your reference point. Your brain will compare no matter what. You can't turn that off. So feed it a better comparison. Track 1 number. Your savings rate. The percentage of everything you earn that you keep. Not your income. Income is how the treadmill scores you, not your stuff. Stuff is how the algorithm scores you. Your savings rate is the only scoreboard where you compete against last month's you instead of someone else's highlight reel. 10%, then 12, then 15, then 20. Watch that number climb and you get the rank feeling, the progress feeling, the dopamine, all pointed at the only game you can actually win. The treadmill can't touch a person who's keeping score somewhere else. Here's the truth under all of this. Feeling rich and getting rich are 2 different chemical events. Feeling rich is a spike. It fades by design. Getting rich is a baseline. It's silent, it's boring, and it never resets to 0. Your brain will always chase the spike. Your job is to make sure the boring number grows while it does. If you want to see the other half of this wiring, your brain treats your retirement account like a treadmill, running in the opposite direction. That one's next. Until next time, y'all be safe out there.
Put my respect 1 piece at a time.